All in, unwind, and let tonight's story bring you comfort. Sweet Tea and Kathleya, the season's magic. This story is about Sweet Tea and Kathleya, who discover a magical glen where all the seasons coexist and learn valuable life lessons through their adventures. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea had long, curly auburn hair and bright, curious eyes that shimmered like the river in the morning sun. One day, while exploring the edge of the forest, she stumbled upon a hidden glen where the air shimmered with the magic of 4 seasons. As she wandered deeper into the glen, she found a magnificent phoenix named Kathleya, who had feathers of crimson, gold, and violet that blazed like the setting sun. Sweet Tea and Kathleya became fast friends, and the phoenix shared the secret of the glen with her. The glen was a place where the 4 seasons coexisted in perfect harmony. In one corner, flowers bloomed eternally with the fragrance of spring. Nearby, trees bore fruit and golden fields waved in the warmth of summer. Across the glen, leaves turned crimson and gold, blanketing the ground like a warm autumn hug. Lastly, there was a spot where snowflakes gently fell and winter's hush brought tranquility. Together, Sweet Tea and Kathleya embarked on a journey through the seasons, experiencing the unique wonders of each. In spring, they danced among the blossoms and laughed as butterflies flitted by. Summer brought picnics under the sun, where they shared stories and sweet treats. Autumn was a time of reflection and gratitude as they marveled at the kaleidoscope of falling leaves. And in winter, they cherished silence, building snowmen and sipping warm cocoa. Yet through their adventures, Sweet Tea learned the importance of balance and the cyclical beauty of life. Kathleya, with her eternal wisdom, reminded Sweet Tea that every ending heralds a new beginning. They returned to the village, often bringing back small tokens of each season, a sprig of flowers, a handful of ripe berries, colorful leaves, and delicate snowflakes. The villagers were enchanted by these gifts and the tales of the magical glen, finding comfort in the rhythm of the seasons. As years passed, Sweet Tea grew into a wise and loving woman, always carrying the lessons of the glen in her heart. The Kathleya continued to watch over the village, a guardian of the seasonal magic. Together, they ensured that the wonders of the glen remained a cherished secret, shared only with those who were pure of heart. And so, the story of Sweet Tea and Kathleya was whispered through the generations, a testament to the enduring magic of friendship and the season's eternal dance. Your journey begins here, with the love and memories that surround you. Flax nodded, tears of gratitude sparkling in his eyes. "Thank you, William," he said, his voice choked with emotion. "I understand now. Home is where the heart is." With a final, reassuring smile, William faded into the light, leaving Flax standing amidst the glowing fields. As he turned back towards the village, Flax felt a profound sense of peace. He knew that no matter where his adventures might take him, the heart of home would always be with him. The new chapter begins, soft and sweet. Tulip and Wisteria, the journey of responsibility. This story is about a girl named Tiala, who learns the importance of responsibility by caring for and eventually letting go of her hedgehog friend, Wisteria. Once upon a time, in a small village, nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling blue river, there lived a young girl named Tiala. Tiala was known for her kindness and her love for animals, often spending her days wandering the fields and forests near her home. One crisp autumn afternoon, while walking through the woods, she heard a faint rustling sound. Curiosity piqued, she followed the noise and found a tiny hedgehog stuck in a tangle of brambles. The little hedgehog was Wisteria, named for the cascading flowers that grow along the edge of the woods. Chilla gently untangled the brambles from Wisteria's spines and carried her home, deciding to take care of her until she was strong enough to return to the wild. Days turned into weeks, and Wisteria began to heal and grow stronger under Chilla's care. They became the best of friends, sharing both laughter and quiet moments under the old oak tree in Tiala's garden. However, as Wisteria's strength returned, Tiala knew it was almost time to let her friend go. One day, as the leaves began to fall and the air grew crisp, Chilla sat Wisteria on her lap. She softly explained how much she loved her, but that it was important for Wisteria to live a free life in the forest where she belonged. With a heavy heart, Tiala watched as Wisteria slowly walked back into the woods, her little spines shimmering in the twilight. Though their home felt emptier, Tiala found solace in knowing she had done the right thing. She had taken responsibility for Wisteria's well-being, and in letting her go, she had allowed her friend to live the life she was meant to live. In the evenings, Tiala would often sit by the edge of the forest, hoping to catch a glimpse of Wisteria among the underbrush. And every so often, she would see the little hedgehog, happy and free, a reminder of the love and care they had shared. And thus, Tiala learned that true responsibility sometimes means making the hardest choices for the ones we love. Porridge smiled, though his heart ached at the thought of parting with his friend. Remember our times together, Gloxinia. He shall always have a place in my heart, he replied. With a grateful nod, Gloxinia soared into the air, her wings beating a rhythm of freedom. Shalan watched him to disappear into the horizon, a smile lingering on his lips. He knew that their paths would cross again one day, and so, Porridge continued his life, sharing the lessons of patience and love he had learned from his friend, Gloxinia. Though she was no longer by his side, her spirit remained a guiding light in his heart. Let's embrace the next chapter of tonight's journey. Catleya and the Earth Elemental, a tale of harmony. This story is about the friendship between a girl named Catleya and an Earth Elemental named Astra, who work together to bring harmony between humans and nature. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between lush green forests and rolling hills, lived a kind-hearted girl named Catleya. She had eyes that sparkled like the clearest river, and hair as golden as the morning sun. Despite her gentle appearance, she was very brave and curious about the world around her. One day, while exploring the nearby woods, Catleya stumbled upon a hidden grove filled with vibrant flowers and ancient trees. In the center of the grove stood an old oak tree that seemed to touch the sky. Catleya approached the tree with a sense of awe, and as she placed her hand on its rough bark, the ground began to tremble slightly. Startled but not afraid, she stepped back. Suddenly, the tree began to glow with a soft green light, and a figure slowly emerged from it. This was no ordinary being. It was an earth elemental named Astra, with shimmering skin resembling the rich soil, and eyes filled with the deep wisdom of the earth. Astra looked at Catleya warmly, and spoke in a voice that echoed like the rustling leaves. You have a pure heart and a brave spirit. I am Astra, the guardian of this grove. You are welcome here. Catleya was both surprised and delighted to meet such a magical creature. She bowed slightly and introduced herself. From that moment, Catleya and Astra became fast friends. Every afternoon, they would meet in the grove, sharing stories and discovering new wonders of nature. Catleya learned to understand the language of the forest, and Astra taught her about the delicate balance that kept the natural world in harmony. He showed her how every tree, flower, and creature had a role to play and how they all depended on each other. One day, a terrible storm threatened the village. The winds howled, and the rain poured down in torrents. The villagers were frightened and sought shelter. Kawaii knew that they needed help beyond human power. She ran to the grove, calling for Aster. The ground trembled as Aster appeared, sensing the urgency in Kawaii's voice. "Aster, please help us. The storm is too strong for us to withstand alone," Kawaiii pleaded. Without hesitation, Aster raised his arms, and the winds began to calm, the rain softened, and soon the storm subsided. The villagers were amazed and grateful, but Kawaii knew it was Aster's gentle power that had saved them. From that day onwards, Kawaii's village lived in harmony with nature, guided by the wisdom of Aster. They respected the forest and its inhabitants, and in return, the land flourished. Kawaii and Aster continued their friendship, knowing that as long as they worked together in harmony, their world would remain beautiful and bountiful. And so, under the watchful eyes of Aster and the caring heart of Kawaii, the village thrived as a paradise where human and nature coexisted in perfect harmony. Let's wander gently into the next story. Chapter 19, in the Star Symphony, with Hannah. This story is about Bluebonnet and Hannah discovering the magic of the stars and sharing it with their village. For once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a gentle human named Bluebonnet. Bluebonnet had a heart as vast as the sky and a smile that could brighten the darkest night. Every evening, she would sit at the edge of the village, looking up at the stars, feeling their serene presence above. One fateful night, as she made her way to her usual spot, she stumbled upon a tiny gnome named Hannah, who was humming a melody under the ancient oak tree. Hannah had long, flowing beard and sparkling eyes that mirrored the starlit sky. "Greetings, Hannah," Bluebonnet said warmly. "What brings you here?" "I am old and wise, and I have a special connection with the stars," Hannah replied. "Tonight, they have promised to share their symphony with those who believe in their magic." Bluebonnet's eyes widened with wonder. Together, they climbed the hill and found a grassy knoll where they lay side by side. The stars began to twinkle with an ethereal glow, and a soft, celestial music filled the air. Each note was like a whisper from the heavens, telling stories of faraway places and dreams yet to unfold. Bluebonnet listened intently, her heart swelling with a profound sense of peace and belonging. Hannah whispered, "The stars are guides, you know. They lead us to our purpose and remind us of the beauty in our dreams." As the night deepened, Bluebonnet felt a newfound clarity. She realized her dream was to share this magic with others, to help them find the beauty in their own hearts. The next day, Bluebonnet gathered the village and shared the story of the stars they held symphony. The villagers were from that day on, every evening, the villagers would join Bluebonnet and Hannah on the hill, where they listened to the starry symphony and let it fill their hearts with hope and inspiration. Bluebonnet and Hannah became beloved figures in the village, their friendship a beacon of light and a reminder that sometimes, the most magical encounters happen when we least expect them. Good night, and may tomorrow bring you joy.